Lizzo Rihanna thing going on. Lasagna.
No doubt, no doubt. Appreciate you both. My name is Nigel Chambers. I'm from Big Gold Belt Media. KeiLyn and Jocko, thank you so much for your time. Very excited to talk about this one. How to Die Alone, premiering on Hulu September 13th. So yeah, the good folks at Hulu gave me opportunity to check this one out early, and I've been a fan of you two's in other mediums for such a long time. And to see you all in this collaborative effort, this amazing cast, I just knew you two were going to go and show something different. And that you definitely did. There's so many good moments. There's some karaoke in there. I feel like there's so much improv in this as well too. I'm just curious for you two. You know, we all know when Natasha pulls up, it's going to be something special. I want to know what the excitement was for you two when you got the call, when you kind of took an assessment of what your characters were going to be, and then what you was able to bring to those characters that spoke to who you are.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
So for me, getting the call was a dream come true on several levels. I've always wanted to be on a show that represented us, people of color. I've been in at it for a long time. This is my first real opportunity to do so. It's my first comedy. So for me, it's dreams come true, and it really helped that that I'm a fan of Natasha's. It's incredible. I have to pinch myself actually. Last night was special at the premiere. I'm just
Yeah.
taking everything in with everybody. It was amazing.
Yeah, just to piggyback off what you both have said already, just the fact that it was Natasha's show, I've been a fan of hers from her other projects. So seeing and knowing, like when I first got the call that she was at the helm of this one and was going to be, on the ground as it were, and also Terrance as a character. Like at first, I initially auditioned for Alex, so all I had to go off, I hadn't read a script. I just saw what the sides were for Alex, so that's all I had to garner from it. But it was still, hilarious and heartfelt, in those few pages. And then later on, when we all pivoted to my being Terrance, I really related to Terrance on just like just a really grounded level. I'm not, myself am not a vet, but I'm a military brat. My parents, my brothers, aunts, uncles, whomever. So that was sort of like a way in, and just his groundedness and his affinity for Mel and wanting to uplift her and have her just be the best version of herself. It's really easy to lock in, you know what I mean?
I know they
Yeah.
know they love you when you go in early like you did, KeiLyn, and it's like I don't know if he's this one, but like, maybe it was and they just
Sure.
keep what
Yeah.
you're trying. It's like
It's a good feeling.
we got to get him in there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love that for you too, and congratulations. And I just
Thank
want to
you,
say
brother.
real quick, Jocko, for so many years of shedding tears watching New Amsterdam, it was damn good to see you on screen and be able to laugh. You were running me dry after a while, man.
I feel you, man. My sentiments exactly. Thank you so much. It's fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. So a big thing with Mel is and when I say theme because it's obviously a part of the plot, but the big theme is her taking her first flight. I'm curious about if you all recall the first time you've taken your first flight and what did it represent at that point in your life or even beyond that point?
That's a good one.
Well, like I said, I'm a military brat. My folks were in the Air Force. They met in the Air Force, and one of my brothers is a pilot in the Air Force. And so I've been flying pretty much my whole life since I can remember, But I always enjoyed it as a kid. It was always like an adventure for me because I didn't have to worry about nothing, luggage, packing, tickets, none of that. And so I've always had an affinity for flights. Although in my later years, the older I get, you know what I'm saying, reality sets in, the world sets in, gravity. You start to
Yeah.
understand gravity a little bit. So I do have some flight anxiety now, but other than that, I enjoy it because usually when I'm flying, it means I'm either going on vacation or I'm going to work, and I love both.
Go for it, brother.
Everything he said, everything. So I don't remember the first flight, but it's so funny, KeiLyn, because I'm like, man, I used to love flying, and now I'm scared. Why am I scared now? You think that would
Hmm.
happen as a kid, man? It's just like every like, yeah, the more you understand science and how things work, you think you would be more comfortable, but yeah, the older you get, it's just kind of weird. But I
Yeah.
love, I don't get on a plane until, for good reason, it's work or fun.
Yeah, I say it all the time. Like, it's always this thing of people saying they love to travel. It's like, I hate travel. I love the destination, but I hate everything
Sure.
else about the travel
Yeah.
aspect. So just to be really particular here.
Oh
But
yeah.
I gotta ask, are you a window seat or an owl type of guy?
As a kid, I really enjoyed looking out the wing and like, doing my
Here we go.
Twilight Zone impression, Jim Carrey impression, and whatnot. But now, just for practical reasons, not the least of which I can extend one of my long legs at least, and I pee a lot, bro. I don't know. I drink a lot of water, so it's easy to just be on the aisle. I'm an aisle seat all day, every day.
Okay, I got the Twilight Zone. What's the Jim Carrey?
He was quoting Twilight Zone. There's someone on the wing.
Oh, he did. Okay. Okay. Yeah, same for him. When I was a kid, it was a window, and now I got, you get older, you pee a lot more, and I hate waking up the person next to me, so I'm gonna take the aisle. But it's crazy. Somebody, sit in the aisle, and I'll
Yeah,
be
facts.
good, and then they come by with that cart and elbow you.
Oh, yeah. That's the one drawback.
So you got to learn to sleep like this on the aisle. You can't lean.
All right, really quickly for our final question, I want to know, Alex and Terrance, they're very important characters to Mel and her journey throughout this series. I wonder if you two can talk about what your respective characters represents for her through everything that she's going through. And I know Alex, excuse me, Jocko, I know you're going to have some interesting take with Alex, but I'm really curious about you, Terrance, because you talk about being grounded with this character, but I feel like he's sort of that anchored for her.
Sure.
Which is interesting considering her pursuit for Alice. But I'll leave it there. What would you two say is your character's representation for her and her journey?
I think the Terrance represents potential, where places she could go, things she could experience. He wants only the best for her. They're work buddies. She comes out and has a cigarette. It's a little bit of a respite for him. He gets to chop it up with Mel. And also not just potential for her, but also potential for himself. You know what I'm saying? He realizes through his talks with her and encouraging her to be her best self that he also has some blockages as it pertains to his own relationship with his girlfriend and his relationship with love. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well said. With Alex, I feel like he represents regret for her in a way, and it doesn't necessarily mean that would have been the right decision for her to jump into that thing, but sometimes we make a decision to not take a leap into something, be it a career and then you always wonder, and that might be a catalyst for her to start making some changes or some bigger steps, even if it's not towards Alex. It's like just keeping that curious thing, her having made that decision. So often I feel like Alex represents some sort of reflection for her.
Yeah, and motivation too, in a way. Yeah, totally agree there. This has been a fantastic one. I can't wait for the world to see How to Die Alone premieres on Hulu September 13th. KeiLyn and Jocko, thank you so much for your time today.
Nice to meet you, family.
Appreciate you,
Thank you
brothers.
so much, Nadir.